Hi, gang. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to Demo Slams for Google Apps. My name is Trevor Beck. I am filling in for our host, Lee Webster, who is somewhere that will not allow him to use Hangouts. So he will be back next month. It's the month of May, just in case you're wondering. We're going to change things a little bit because normally we do this at a time that's convenient for the North American participants. So next month, we're going to actually switch it around, and we're going to be doing it later in the evening, and everyone else will get to do it in the morning. So if you're interested, what you can do is we have a website set up at bit.ly/demoslams. And on the website, we've got a schedule of our calendar of events, so all the different things you can go and subscribe there. And we'll also have a link to the video for this broadcast. As I mentioned, my name is Trevor Beck. I'm a Google certified trainer, Google certified innovator. I am from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I'm going to let our other guests introduce themselves. We'll start off with Nick, please. Nick, who's muted.
Here I am. So sorry, had to find the unmute button. I'm joining you from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm at Ed Camp, St. Charles School District, having a great time this morning. So I thought, what better way to start the day than to share the Demo Slam live at the Ed Camp. So I am a Google certified innovator, trainer, and some other Google certified stuff. We'll just leave it at that. Director of Instructional Technology at a school district in St. Charles County. And excited to share with all of you today.
Thanks. Next, Ryan's a newcomer to our Demo Slams. Ryan, introduce yourself, please.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Ryan Clark. I am a health teacher and digital learning specialist in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. I'm certified through Google as a trainer. This is my first time on the online Google Demo Slam, but I've done some with the EdTech Team Summits. So happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, so if you've never participated or watched any of these Demo Slams before, each participant has 3 minutes to wow us or wow you with whatever they're going to be doing, something that's Google Apps related. And then at the end, you guys will get a chance to do your voting. If you're on our website watching this right now, the link is just below the video here. And if you're watching this on the YouTube side of things, the link is below the video as well. We're going to have voting open till the end of the week next week. So by end of Friday, we'll be closing that off and making the decision there. So feel free to share the video with people and let them learn from whatever you're learning today. Let's start off. Nick's going to go first. I'm going to set the timer. And Nick, you just tell me when you're ready, and we will let her go. Nick, you're still muted, so that's gonna help you with your score.
I'm just waiting for Google Sheets to open back up. So just give me a second to get that to work, and we should be good to go in just a second.
And for anyone that's watching now, Google Sheets just had some new updates going to it. Are you addressing that? I can't remember what your
yep.
Oh, okay.
It'll open up for me, yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, we may.
Are you there?
I'm still here, but it is not behaving for me.
In second tab, or it's refilling? Okay. How about Ryan? Rick, how about we come back when you get that issue figured? Ryan, so you have to unmute yourself there, bud.
Got a screen share going. Give me 1 second.
Okay, you're on.
All right. I'm ready whenever you are.
Okay, and the timer is starting now.
All right. This morning, I'm going to go through Google Keep. It is Google's solution to cloud-based note-making and list-making. Has very humble origins, but it's grown into quite a nice, robust tool. I'm going to highlight some of my favorite features and then give you a aha at the end. So starting on this left-hand column, clicking here will filter all your notes down that have location or time-based reminders. Clicking here will group common lists together. Your archive and trash are here. And then I think an underused setting is right down here. It's called Display Rich Text Preview. If you toggle that on, when you include a link in your note, you'll get a preview at the bottom and a one-click go-to link icon in the top right. Right here is where you toggle between a single column list view and a grid view. I personally prefer grid view because then I can get the click and drag functionality to help prioritize my workflow. Going into each individual note, I'll highlight a few items there. If you wanted to edit multiple notes at a time, you can click the check mark in the top left, and then you have a few options up here of how to edit that group of notes. Clicking the thumbtack in the top right will prioritize that note, and then you'll see all my lists down here don't have priority, but my lists up here do. They toggle to the top. On this individual note, I have a few features highlighted. One is I have a location-based reminder here so that when we drive by the Target near our home, we're reminded that we have to get milk at Target. I've collaborated with my wife. You can see that circle next to Target there that says she's a collaborator with me. I've changed the background color to red, and I've added an image. The image function is really cool, but it also has some more powerful functionality.
1 minute.
I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut C to start a new note. And then I am starting a new health class in my location next year. So I'm going to grab an image of health standards. I'm going to upload that image to this note. And now I have the list of standards here as I make my notes about the standards, which is pretty cool. But it gets better. If I toggle down to the 3 jelly beans down here, I can grab image text. And now what was text in a JPEG or a PNG image is now editable text here. And I can work with it inside of Keep. But what if I want a more robust word processor?
15 seconds.
I can toggle to create a Google Doc. And here's my editable text inside of a Google Doc. And that, my friends, is a slam.
Okay, nicely done.
Get there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. Okay. Someone's brought the level up for our slams now. Nick, are you how you doing?
I think I'm good.
Okay, Ryan, you're still speaking there, and just so you know, there you are. Nick, let me know when you're ready.
Okay, fingers crossed. There we go. Okay. So, those of you who are Microsoft Excel enthusiasts,
Are we starting?
Yes, we can go ahead and start.
Okay.
So those of you who are Microsoft Excel enthusiasts, the only thing that you've been waiting for to switch over to Google Sheets is it's not Excel. It's not Excel. Well, now it's even closer to Excel now because now you have macros. And macros are little programs that you can run that make life easier for you because you can tell it to do things for you automatically. So it's now under Tools, and it's live now. So we're going to click Record Macro. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to click the Format part, and I want it to do alternating colors for me and change colors to purple. All right, and let me select everything and make our colors rotating to purple, and then click Save. And so now that is saved. And if I have that data again, I can select that. I go back up to Tools. I go Macros. I have my Untitled macro. I give it permission to run. We give it a second to do its Google magic. And like normal, usually you do that the first time, and then most of the time you're good. And because it's running a little bit of JavaScript, it's got to have that permission.
1 minute.
And so now I've done that permissions. Now, if I'm much more of a math type person, I could put all my formulas in here. So let's say that I have lots and lots of data that I want it to work automatically and do that for me. Then you could use that feature in there and have it do the math for you. And let's say you have student data that comes in, puts that through there throughout, and then you have that data run for you at the end of the day. Or identify those students that need that passing score, and you want it to happen automatically right after the score, and you're like, oh, I didn't even lift my finger to do that, or to create that chart, and that's a slam.
Nice. 1 second left. So quick question on that, Nick, is when you're doing the macros are saved just specifically for that sheet, correct? Like you don't have
so,
yeah, we don't have global availability yet, but still very cool. If you've spent a lot of time on a spreadsheet and you've got some functions in there, that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go next. Do you mind timing me, Nick? You're muted. So, oh, he's on a phone call. Okay, Ryan. Ryan. Okay, I'll time.
I got you. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Okay, just give me 1 second to share my screen. And just so for anyone that's watching, in case you don't know this trick, if you just type in timer 3 minutes into a Google search bar, it'll automatically bring up a timer right there that you can make use of. So you don't have to go searching very far for it. Whoops, was the wrong screen.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so this is the one I want.
Sorry, I updated to my Pixel 2 this week, so
you're playing around figuring it out. Okay, I think I am ready. You guys can see my drive screen?
Yep.
Okay, then let's start here. Okay, so what we're going to do today is going to talk about some of the ways of finding files in Google Drive and some management tools. So I got a file called Back to the Future that I'm going to be searching for. Now, what happens is we get this long list of stuff, and people will often just open this up and then just go into the file. But sometimes it's nice to know where it's located. Up in the top corner, a lot of people don't have this turned on, but you should turn on this eye here, and this is information bar. So when you select a file, it gives you the activities, so it can show you who's done what with the file or who's done any sharing, that kind of stuff. But more importantly is the details here. You get a preview, you can see who's all sharing it. And then at the bottom here, it shows you the enclosing folder. So even though I don't know where this is, I can see the enclosing folder. I typically will actually use a right click, and there's a command here called locate, which does exactly the same thing. It's going to take me to that folder. So there's a folder 1 demo slam that's in here. Now you can see this long path here. It's a long ways to get down to that. And every time that I want to get into this folder, it's just a long way of drilling down. So I'm just going to go up 1 level. There's this folder here called slam. If you haven't before, go ahead and add a star to stuff. Now what a star does is it puts it into this search here, but there's other functions that'll come in handy, and I'll show you in a second. So here's my Back to the Future. So typically what happens a lot of times, I'm just going to go to the top level here and do a quick search, is when people are doing their search, they find the file, they open it up, and then they go, oh, you know what? I wanted to move that. I didn't just want to open it. Well, you can actually do that from right here within your file. So if you go up to the top here and just click on the title here, it's going to tell you what is the name of the enclosing folder. That's always kind of handy. This here, they call it a move to file or move to, but you actually can do a couple of things with it. The important one here is this little guy here. And what it will do in a new tab is open up that enclosing folder. So now I can say, oh, you know what? There's that Back to the Future. I can click and drag this into whatever folder I want. But, and so I can go up a level. Now notice, remember in this folder here, I've got, this folder here contains folder 1 and folder 2. So in order for me to drag this to folder 2, I would have to click, drag it into here, open this up, drag it into folder 2. Remember this tool piece here? when I go to here, I'm now going to use the back arrow. So we're in folder 1. I'm going to go up a level. That's that SLAM folder. There's folder 2. I go into here, and then I'm going to move that into here. It's going to give you the warning about sharing and stuff like that. But nothing's changed here. But when I go back into my folder and I take a look at the locate, sure enough, locate is now into folder 2 and not into folder 1. So it's a quick and easy way to get stuff to move around. Now, sometimes you want a file to show up into both the folders. So what you can do is if you highlight the folder and you use Shift Z, and it pulls up a window. This is an add to window. So it's saying, where else do you want to add it to? So it's not making a copy. It's just making it show up in more than one place.
I'm Trevor.
That was time. I didn't get a 30-second warning. I was taking my time. Oh, okay.
I was too enthralled with it.
Okay. Well, as a quick aside, then, if you Shift Z Shift Z, you can assign it to more than one place and use that activity track, that information bar. You can see all the folders that it's assigned into. Okay. Well, I guess that's a good thing then. If somebody was okay. Yeah, SLAM. I forgot to say the SLAM word. Okay. So that's it for us. So we got the 3 slams, and guys, if the voting form is open now, so please take the time to go in and vote and let us know who you think the king of the slams is for this month. Please share the demo slams because we want to try and get this information out to as many people as we want. And of course, we want as many people to subscribe to our YouTube channel as we can. So down in the bottom right-hand corner, or sorry, down in the bottom right of the YouTube page, somewhere there's a link that says subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel. That way you'll get a notification as we create and start new ones, demo slams. It also will give you a heads up that, hey, you know, Trevor was up at 7 in the morning doing this, but you don't have to get up at 7, but you can take a look at what they've done later on at your own time. That's pretty much it. Anything else you guys want to say?
No, thanks for having me.
Not a problem. That was great, Ryan. I really appreciate that. Okay, and I know Nick's got a session. Sorry, go ahead, Nick.
And thanks for joining us, and thanks for all those people who joined us here at Ed Camp, St. Charles School District. Excellent.
Yes, and remember, we're going to be closing off by Friday, so please make sure you get your votes out. Thanks very much, guys.
Everyone here vote.
Yes. Okay. Ryan. See you guys.